Hello again, Lockpicking Paul here, and what I've got tonight is a Lockwood V7. This is another one of Tequila Dave's locks that he's loaned me. This one doesn't have a key, which is a bit of a pity, because I would have liked to have seen the key that fits this cylinder. This is an Australian lock, and it's got V-shaped pin arrangement, a bit like an engine block, really. Which is really unusual, but you can see sort of an artifact of that in the top of a keyway here as it sort of fans out. And yeah, you sort of pick in two directions. It's subtle, but you do have to sort of bend the pick in one direction and the other to get on the pins cleanly. This is it's a fun lock to pick. It's absolutely chock full of wafers, which is, it seems to be quite common with Lockwood locks. Every Lockwood I come across seems to be full of master wafers. They don't really seem to come into play. The times I've picked this sort of half a dozen times now and gutted it, and the master wafers haven't found their way up into the Bible, so I'm hopeful that the pick I'm about to do will do the same. There are 7 pins in this. 4 of them are tapers, 3 of them are little tiny spools. And the spools don't really come into effect. I think you notice it on one of the chambers, but for the most part, it's all about the tapers, and you've just got to keep nudging and pushing them through. And so that makes this a reasonably tricky lock to pick in terms of the actual taper pins. So up now is the pick and the gut of this very cool lock. And so Tequila Dave, thanks very much for this. It's been a lot of fun. See you in a moment. All right, let's get this open. Very, very light tension. It's a taper in pin 1, and that is, it just keeps going. There we go. Just ever so gentle on those tapers. You just got to be persistent. Right, let's get this gutted. It's really quite a different lock. Change that focus. Sorry, I didn't say too much there because I really was quite concentrating on this. Okay. So there are a lot of masters in here. Can't lock this back up. I don't have a key, so be careful. We'll see how many of those masters came into play. Going to shim out. Not sure that's all the way in, but this is a reasonably tight cylinder, so just double check I know where everything is. Oop. Right, so a piece of drill protection has dropped out. There we go, look at that. Brilliant. So we've got another bit of drill protection. There are master wafers in every single chamber of this, and ideally I don't want to see any of them up in the Bible. So that's one. That's 2, 3. Looking good so far. So I'll get my tweezers because that's that one. Those two belong in here. So yeah, it doesn't look like any of the wafers got up into the Bible, so excellent. Didn't overset anything. So let's shim out. Yeah, you get it's the same effect here. So you've got opposing channels for the driver pins. So you've got a taper in 1, taper in 2, little tiny spool in 3, another little tiny spool in 4, taper in 5, taper in 6, and a tiny spool in 7. There we go. Cool. So let's get a zoom in on these. Don't drop the tray, Paul. There's a lot of tiny parts. So there you go, Lockwood V7. Awesome. Cheers.